Warning! This podcast contains the Justice League Society of America.
That's a spoiler.
Is it? I thought that's what was on the screen, right? See, it says, contains spoilers.
That's not how you read it.
No, I thought I was just supposed to say a spoiler.
That wasn't an invitation for the conversation. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the S.T.A.R. podcast for Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, Episode 16, Legendary.
He's
Shoot,
already
no, I was
starting
gonna make
with the
this
bullshit.
Legend? Wait for it?
You guys act like I do this, like this is the first time I've ever done it. Have you not been watching? Like, do you not hear? Every show I start with a spoiler.
I think we're all in like the no bullshit mode right now.
No, because every time it's like a fairly big spoiler, I have to point it out and tell you you're a jerk.
I am a jerk, we know this.
With me, I have Rachel, Nikki, and Dom somewhere. I'm not going to even attempt to point them today.
How's it going? It's like she's doing the YMCA.
Which I went to today. I'm part of the YMCA. What's up, guys? This season finale.
What a finale.
Pretty good finale.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, it tied up some things, which made things make a lot more sense. But still, why Rip? Why is he still there? Get the fuck off my show!
See, I don't have a problem with Rip surviving.
I don't have a problem with Rip at all.
My problem was that he ruined the moment of Kendra and Carter killing Savage. He just showed up while the knife was in him, just twisted the knife. It's like, what are you doing? No, Rip, stop. It was so epic. That fight was great, and then he just comes in and ruins the moment. I'm like, why would you do that? Why they were enjoying having killed their literally thousands of year long enemy.
Rip has to have the spotlight on him. That's how he is, an attention-seeking whore.
I think it's more he just want to make sure everything was going right.
No, he's just a...
I think he saw everything was going right. He had the need to kill him himself, even though he knew he couldn't.
It's a big revenge game too, though.
Yeah, it was like he had to get that at last in for his wife and his son. He just... Yeah.
But
I thought he grew enough.
Who deserves the revenge? Him or Kendra?
He didn't go through it just once. He went through it like twice.
No, he went through it.
Kendra's been through it upwards of 24 times.
I'm just saying.
So is he.
But that's...
So is who?
Rip.
Yes, but Rip wasn't the one being murdered.
No.
But still.
It's his family.
He's murdered Kendra and Carter.
It doesn't matter how much you grow, that's still going to sting, and it's still going to hurt. You're still going to want to inflict some pain on the person that killed them.
Of course, but I thought he grew enough to not be, tiny child about it.
No. I would have done the same thing.
Snarty babies.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Nikki. It's okay.
I would have done the same thing, except
we're never going to have snarty babies.
Lead,
unless you already impregnated some lady, then, it's fine. But, that's doubtful.
Oh.
So they went back to 2016 for a hot minute, and nobody wanted to stay.
No one wanted to stay. No.
They all had a mission still stuck in their head, and they wanted to complete it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Can't blame them.
No. And, I was with... Ray in the freaking getaway car. What the hell was that?
So funny. It's me! He takes his mask off.
When he puts the mask back on, it's like, not even on his face.
No, it's not.
You can see.
No, it's not. He tries.
He tries.
Precious, though. I mean, him and Mick are...
Yeah, they're friends.
I like them as a duo.
Not
as much as I like Mick and Snart, but they are still an interesting duo.
Nick and Ray is like an odd couple. Is the odd couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of
Oh
those...
my god, yes.
It's like when you watch the animal couples where the llama and the cheetah are like best friends. It's like, why? That doesn't make sense to me. Llama is dinner, but cheetah's still like, hey, buddy, what's up? That's how I feel.
There was one, it was like a rhino and some other tiny animal, and I was like, oh my god, So cute.
I like the one with the cheetah and the golden retriever. I don't know what zoo that's at, but it's adorable. Anyways, it's still like the odd couple thing that we're trying
Yeah,
to
no, it's like
focus
the
on.
It's
Yeah.
like Banjo and Kazooie.
Yes, okay, that's an odd couple too. For those who like gaming references.
ukulele. Anyway,
Mario and Luigi.
Those are
Luigi.
brothers.
Man, Sarah did not take Laurel's death very well.
We knew she wouldn't.
We knew she wasn't. But now we know why Lance was left down there by himself.
Yeah, what he was doing there last Arrow episode.
That's what he was
Because
doing.
everyone just sort of left him in the Arrow cave by himself. And they did all their things, and now we know what Lance was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking the news, but what happened afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait till next season. I bet you he'll probably tell. Yeah, she came back. I told her she ran off again. That's about it.
I mean, we know that there's a possibility that Sarah's gonna find Black Canary, or what was her name? It wasn't Black Canary,
Siren.
was it? Siren, Black Siren, and she's gonna because we know that crossover's coming.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that she's going to be incorporated somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if they can travel between times, I'm pretty sure they might possibly be able to travel between worlds. So, I mean, it's not. I mean, we're gonna have these crossovers pretty soon. So.
Yeah, I mean, already in chat, Brian Gabriel is saying, is the 4-way Legends crossover next season going to be all one episode, or is it going to be multiple parts? I think it's going to be spread across all 4, kind of like we saw. I mean, we see Flash and Arrow.
Legends.
They'll start in Flash and then end in Arrow, and it's like,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
this
they're
is
gonna
going to
be.
be really weird if you just watch it without the context of the other.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, what they have? They're gonna have Supergirl Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And they're all in the same time slot, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
manage those schedules, people, and start watching them all.
We will hype that fucker up when it comes.
Or
They
at
should
least
just
watch
rename the CW, just rename it the WB.
Well, that's what it used to be
I
called.
know.
Back
Put
in
it back.
the day.
Put it back.
Bring it back.
Just make it
Bring it
all
back.
superheroes. Just take every other show off of the CW.
I swear, if one day I wake up and the CW is WB, I'm going to be checking, like, all my calendars, make sure I'm not in the 90s.
I know, right?
Just turn everything into superheroes. We need a new Batman show, so move Gotham over to the CW.
No,
Right?
leave Gotham where it is.
Bring Smallville back. Just
No.
reboot it.
No.
Just start it
No.
over. Yep,
No.
Smallville.
No.
And
Stop
then
that.
and then we need Justice
You've
League.
gone too far.
We need a Justice League show, and
No.
Nikki had mentioned to me the other day. She goes, and just bring in Teen Titans, live action Teen
I would
Titans.
love
be
Teen
that.
Titans.
So do
I'm
it.
so. Oh my god.
No, the thing that needs
Let it
to happen
happen.
is they need to keep making Young Justice,
Right.
the cartoon show. That's what needs to happen. But anyway, this is about Legends of Tomorrow. So, I like how Jax referred to Vandal's plan. He's like, this is the craziest evil bad guy plot I've ever heard. And it
Well-
kind of was.
Yeah, I could see that.
It kind of is the
Just
craziest
a little.
evil bad guy plan. Because and in my head, so right before it happened, I was like, how is this going to work? Is he going to talk to his past selves? And then he's meeting with his past selves. And I was like, oh, I probably should have just waited 5 seconds. And that would have been answered for me. So he goes back and talks to his past self, and they get the meteors, and they're going to blow it up, and radiation and stuff.
Send them back to where it all began.
Well, nuking the timeline at 3 different points creates like 3 paradoxes, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Simultaneous paradoxes.
He just wanted to go back to before they were immortal, him and Kendra and Carter, and start all over.
See,
He
that's
wants
that's
them
the
to be-
part. That's the part about time travel that never makes sense to me when they try to explain it like that, because it's like 3 simultaneous explosions. Well, time isn't simultaneous. Like,
No. But if he's put in place a plan where in these 3 points in time, he's going to do this thing,
The same
and he
exact
hasn't done
thing.
it yet.
No, I know it's the same exact
Like
thing,
he's
but
changing
to me, it's not simultaneous because time doesn't
No.
run that way.
No, it's not.
So
And see, and this also
but in
I
terms of-
understand what they're trying to do, but the word
this
simultaneous
also
does not
goes
work.
to us mentioning that he's kind of stuck in his Egyptian time. That's where he wants to. That's where he's always wanted to go back to, where he's always wanted to start, and that's why I don't think he's ever really.
Because I think that's where he had the most control. Even though he's grown to be this immortal being and he's done all this stuff and he's, involved with the Time Masters.
He knows it
back
better.
then was when he had the most control over what he could do.
Mm-hmm.
And all that screwed up when the meteor hit.
Yeah, and he had actual power. Like, he was the head priest, blah, blah, blah. And ever since then, he was just, like, whispering in the ears of these powerful men. And never was himself in that position.
Yeah, Lee in chat is asking, how could he be in 3 points in time? And it's because he's immortal. He's always been there.
Yeah. So he went back to his self in 1950 something.
50s,
and then told himself.
Yeah, because remember when they went back to 1950s and that kid found the meteorite before it turned into a flying beast, and he found it. We were like, "How did he know where it was?" Yeah, now we know.
He's drawn to it.
Yeah. Well, it's not now we know because that technically hadn't happened yet. Because time isn't whatever happened. Time is altered every time they go into it. So it plays through once, and then now that he's been into the future, he's going back. So it's kind of like the Back to the Future.
Yeah, like
where it creates a side timeline.
In the 1950s, he literally was drawn to the meteorite. He found it. He wasn't told about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he was in the middle of being drawn to it before his future self was like, I know you're going to take this meteor, but I got a better use for it than what you think.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really like that the Firestorm has found new abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Transmutation?
He grabs the Nazi's gun and turns it to dust.
Now.
And he scared himself.
A full metal alchemist?
Jax got scared, and Stein is like,
full fire alchemist.
Yeah. And Stein was just like, oh, cool, we can transmute things. Like, super calm. It's like, are you not impressed?
Yeah.
Like, Stein's just like, yeah, sure, we can transmute.
Shouldn't it be the other way around? Like, that paradigm should work the other way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Stein should be the one that's super excited for that, and Jackson's just like, okay, whatever.
Because, transmutation has been something that alchemists have been trying to do for eons, basically, and it's never really came across, like, no one's been able to do it, like, water to wine and,
Jesus.
dirt to gold.
Straw to gold.
Whatever. It's the same basic idea, and no one's been able to do it, and now it's like, Stein's like, he's not, like, excited that, he actually can do this.
I think he is excited, he's just got the mission on the mind.
I guess.
Yeah. Jax is the one like, no, we gotta do it now. Let's figure it out.
Well, it is a handy, like, battle offensive kind of thing. Like, you can change the material that they're using to attack you with.
Yeah.
You can make it harmless. The
enemy has a tank, turn it into water.
Exactly.
Our big fluffy unicorn.
I would have been practicing it, like, right away, too.
Can they control what they turn things into, or is everything just water?
No, because the first one was, like, dust, and then it was water, so I guess maybe it's just, like, the elements and, like, what it's already combined with, kind of, like...
Yeah, maybe.
Flip it, kind of like a negative image kind of deal.
And probably for now, it's just going to be, like, simple things that they can turn it into, like water or dust.
Yeah, they're not going to turn, like, a skyscraper into a diamond sculpture of a swan.
Yeah.
No. They're not going to, like,
not going to do that.
No.
They're not going to, like, turn, the big, massive rocket nuclear missile into a cloud of doves and it just flies away. They can't do that.
Like, they might.
They might be.
That'd be so cool. Just be like, touch.
We don't know their powers.
The rocket.
Magic.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Nothing up my sleeve.
Yeah. But probably the reason why Stein wasn't as excited as he probably would have been under other circumstances, because he had to do math. He plotted out the whole... Math is hard. He plotted out the whole... And if my math is correct, and it always is. Stein is still... I like Stein is still so full of himself. No matter how much he's grown, he's still so full.
Like, I didn't realize it until last week when, you know, Jax went and showed him how much he's changed and everything. Because, like, you know, you go and look back on it and your foggy nostalgia goggles, you don't remember all the bad. You know, you tend to, and that's the way a breakup works too. You know, after you could have like a really nasty breakup, and then 10 years later, you're just like, well, I remember having a really nasty breakup, but I don't remember all the bad things that led up to it. It ended bad. That's all you remember. It's the nostalgia goggles. So I don't remember Stein being that big of a dick, especially on The Flash. You know, when he used to run around over there. But I went back and watched an episode of The Flash recently. He's a big dick.
Yeah, especially when he first started, when you know, he first met Barry and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking nostalgia goggles, man.
Yeah, it ruins everything.
It does.
But what was I gonna say about math? Oh, that he figured out everything. We talked about crazy evil plan.
I like math.
Math is
especially when I'm not doing it.
Handy. Yeah, I like math when someone else does it for me.
It's the only way to do math. Remember that, kids. Stay in school.
So that you could be the person that does the math for us.
Yep.
Anyway.
That smile, Nikki. Great.
But
I was just wondering, like, you know, how much Rip actually knew about what was gonna happen with Sarah and her family. I mean, I knew he knew parts, but
I think he knew from the moment they left.
Yeah, I think that's why he picked her.
Yeah, because all that happened before they got to the vanishing point and screwed up with the Oculus.
Well, don't forget, he had been examining them before he even picked them up. He went through their whole timeline and looked to see, you know, like, how important or non-important they were, and kind of chose them for that reason. So I'm pretty sure before Sarah even boarded the ship for the first time, he knew that Laurel was going to die.
He knew Laurel was going to die, and he knew that if Sarah was there, so would Captain Lance.
Yeah.
Who's he's not a captain anymore, is he? No, he's definitely not. No. His title just changes so much in that show that I can't keep track.
Mr. Lance.
Mr. Lance.
But you know, it's like he always says, it's always changing and stuff. So I mean, it's like, well, if I take her out, then only one dies, besides, you know, instead of all three. But now that the whole, were they doing that
through the Oculus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can they go back and change that now so it's not a thing? It's possible. That could have been something that the Time Masters were shaping through the Oculus. We don't know.
Yeah, but I also think that it's a risk Rip probably doesn't want to take.
Right.
Probably not.
And then, it serves as a big overall plot point, not just for Legends. It's going to have impact in Arrow and everything. So, I mean, it already has. So, it was done for a reason. They're going to carry it through. And, you know, 26 seasons later, when they resurrect Laurel, you know, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's great. Yeah. Well, maybe, I don't know. We don't know what world yet that the Siren's in, so she might be in the same world as Supergirl.
No, we know.
No, Siren's in Earth 2.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know where.
Or Supergirl's Earth, for lack of an actual number, it is being referred to as Earth S. It's not Earth 2. That is a fact.
We don't know.
Yeah.
No, because we know that there's no such thing as Barry Allen. There's no such thing as Oliver Queen. All of that in Supergirl's Earth. Yeah, and we know that on Earth 2 that those are people.
They all exist, yeah.
So we know that Supergirl's Earth is definitely not Earth 2.
But, yeah, then again, she might not just have heard of them. Maybe they're not superheroes. Maybe they're just
they checked the database. There's nobody.
When Barry was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're none of the people that Barry knew exists on Earth S.
In any form.
While we're talking about alternate Earths, we have to talk about the Justice Society of America.
The what?
The Justice Society of America.
Who is that?
Yeah,
They're
who is
actually,
that?
Oh wait, I'm feigning dumbness, and then we have somebody here that can actually do it for real.
So the Justice Society of America is the old superhero team.
It's pre-Justice League.
Usually takes place in the 40s. Is made up of the silver. Shoot, are they the Silver Age? Is it the Golden Age?
Some Silver Age, I think. Some Silver Age, some Golden Age. I think it's actually a little of both.
So I think it's Jay Garrick, the very first Green Lantern, who's not even part of the Green Lantern Corps. And I mean, obviously, lesser. I think there's Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. But there's also Hourman. Spectre's part of it. Power Girl. Sandman, Dr. Midnight. Dr. Fate, Starman, Liberty Bell. And depending on, what...
That's just a really bad name, Liberty Bell.
Liberty Bell? She's actually pretty cool.
It just sounds really weird.
I don't know. I like Hourman. Hourman's he's so cool.
Yes, Hourman is cool.
Is he always on time?
No, it's more with his abilities.
Yeah, he's got a super serum that he takes, and it makes him super strong, but it only lasts an hour, and because of the side effects, he can only take it once a day.
Yeah.
But I was reading more about that, because Dom knows more about Hourman than I do. But the drug that he uses is called Miraclo.
Mm-hmm.
And reading it's superhuman strength, speed, stamina, and durability, as well as night vision, ability to survive underwater. These powers lasted only 1 hour. Furthermore, the drug also proved addictive. It sounds a lot like Mirakuru, what we saw in season 2 of Arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like that, and I would really like it if they drew.
And it also sounds like a very unstable version of the Winter Soldier serum.
Well, the Winter Soldier.
I'm just throwing that because I wanted to watch Cleo fangirl for a second.
Don't confuse me, because I know those are two different freaking companies, and don't
also
mesh them together for me.
Last 95 years.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah, no, Hourman's going to be great. And there's a lot of stuff they can play around with. They can tweak the serum and give him different powers and, all kinds of stuff that they're not going to do for the thing. But, this is all going to lead back to how the Flash finale ends, too, because I have a feeling the Man in the Iron Mask is going to be Jay Allen.
Yeah.
/ Jay Garrick. The real Jay Garrick. Barry's brother.
Jay Garrick.
Barry's brother, be it Barry's Earth 1 or Earth 2 brother. I don't know. But
and hopefully he ends up being Blue Cobalt. It should be fun.
Yeah, and that could be really interesting to toss into the Justice Society of America. And this isn't the first time we've seen them either.
The Justice Society of America?
Yes. The Earth 2, the police station.
Oh, that's right. Yes. They're
yeah, so if you guys are in tune on the Flash, there's a giant plaque in Earth 2's police station that is the Justice Society of America. So that's super exciting.
Yes.
And it also seems like Mick has a fairly big role in whatever. He's obviously he's sending people around.
He's the one who sends Hourman back, I'm assuming, because Mick is the last man standing.
Yeah. But now that future's never going to happen because they're never going to get on the ship, so we may not find out how that goes.
Yeah.
We probably still will, but I'm curious, did they go into the future or did they go into the past? Because if the JSA is from the past...
It seems like the future to me.
That's what it seemed like to me.
The JSA is typically from the past, but what I am thinking is this JSA is not on Earth 1. This JSA is from another Earth. They come to Earth 1, do time travel stuff with the Legends of Tomorrow, and then... Because the Wave Rider crashes. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, is that the Wave Rider? But the Wave Rider's over there. And someone said it must be another Wave Rider. I'm like, no, that is definitely the same Wave Rider at a different time in its
in the time travel show. That's not going to be the first thing you think of, really. Come on, people.
No, I was like, that is the same way, Freider. You can't fool me.
Yep.
So I'm thinking they're coming from another Earth.
It's possible.
Maybe.
Because if they existed, and I know time's probably up in flux again, but if the Justice Society of America existed in the past on Earth 1, we probably would have heard about them.
Unless, doing all the stuff with Vandal and all that, changed the future. Because most definitely did, because he's dead
But they
now.
won't know.
Yeah.
They don't know because
They don't
the
know.
stream has been broken.
But he'd still be able to check the news feeds and stuff.
About that, yeah.
Yeah, they can analyze the news and things like that, but you're not going to have as clear of a prediction and stuff without leaving the timeline.
Yeah.
If they go and change something and then jump 80 years into the future, they can go back and analyze stuff because they can just read through all the things and then go back to that point in time.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of work. So I'm hoping that we find another power source, another Oculus or something.
When I saw the ship, I was like, is that going to be S.T.A.R? That was my first thought.
So here's the thing.
I was hoping it was.
I know, right?
Is it for sure we're getting Constantine next season?
Yes.
Okay, so we're definitely getting Constantine on the team next season.
Mm-hmm.
Constantine has, from his show, has ties to both Dr. Fate and the Spectre. Both have extreme cosmic powers.
Dr. Fate was heavily teased in the pilot for Constantine and then was almost never mentioned again through the rest of the series.
But he had his helmet.
Right. Keep that in mind.
That's not an insignificant thing.
Oh, not at all.
So I'm very confident that we'll get at least one of those two, and they both have super crazy powers. So seeing into the future probably won't be too hard of a thing to do with one of them.
I want to see the Spectre.
I do too, because
preference.
I think with what has happened with the Oculus to S.T.A.R might be the Spectre.
Oh my goodness, that'd be so amazing. We
It's
cannot
possible.
lose. But I mean, the
He's
actors
going to be
already
jumping
said
around.
S.T.A.R is going to be a recurring character, not a main cast. So we will see him here and there. So if
on
it might
both
be
Legends
Flash
and Flash, they said.
and Arrow.
And Arrow. He's going to be jumping around.
How if he's dead?
That's the question.
That's the thing.
That's the question. There we go.
So like I don't
Flash
know.
makes
like,
sense. Barry can time travel, so I'm not even concerned about Flash.
No.
That's true.
And same with Legends.
Yeah.
There's time travel there as well. But it's Arrow.
Yeah.
That if he's going to be a reoccurring character, the only thing I can think of is flashbacks. But even
that may
then,
have been
like,
that may have been just a misreport kind of thing, because
Maybe.
it may have been like, oh, he'll just be a recurring character in the universe, and reporters just went, well, the universe consists of Arrow, Flash, and DC Legends of Tomorrow, so they may have just lumped it in, because you could say Supergirl too, but who knows?
True.
Yeah. Well, and if he becomes the Spectre, I've been saying in Arrow for seasons that I was like, it would be perfect if they brought in the Spectre, Mm-hmm. So I think if he was the Spectre, he could jump around all these shows, and he'd have a place in all all of these shows.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose the actor. He's amazing.
Oh no, he's still going to be here.
He's going to be around, but I'm gonna miss. He's not gonna be around every episode, and I'm gonna miss
honestly,
it.
the Spectre is the spirit of vengeance.
Right.
And if anyone's gonna be a little vengeful, it'd be S.T.A.R.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I'm into it.
Mick would not have been. Not like S.T.A.R anyway.
I don't know. It can be pretty vindictive.
I mean, he did sign Time Masters brought him on and made him Kronos because of vengeance.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
I guess, but it just seems like after everything he's been through that he's past all that. So at the point in which he could have died, he wouldn't have been.
And he calls Rip his friend.
Yeah.
Makes groans. I like he goes back to talk to the old S.T.A.R, and he's trying to do emotions. I'm like, oh God, you're so precious.
Yeah, he was like, I can't
because
do
Mick's
this.
just trying to do emotions.
Right.
He's trying.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this, guys. I'm not good at this.
He's not, but he's trying, and I hope we see more like buddy duo from him and Ray in the
Be
future.
great.
Good. They're
very
amazing together. They
Yeah,
really
yeah.
are.
I mean, Ray has to, be leechy to some other character now that Kendra's gone.
Yeah, and I must say, though we didn't get what's her face, Vixen. Though we didn't get Vixen, I kind of was like, yeah, I'm sick of Hawkgirl and Hawkeye's storyline. I don't see it going anywhere. I had this conversation with Cleo. She's like, yeah, but the and she's like, and I was like, you know what?
I think they're coming back for when
strand.
Thanagar attacks.
Yeah,
I think they're coming back.
They will come back.
There's no way they're not involved.
Oh, yeah, but my point is, regular cast on the ship. I didn't see it being a good thing. You know, like, I was just like, it's going to be much of the same. Kendra's not going to have too much of a purpose. But if the whole season revolved around the Thanagars, sure, then, whatever. But it's not.
Mm-hmm. But I have a feeling somewhere in the future of this universe, Thanagar's coming to Earth, and I think it's going to happen a lot sooner than, whatever, was it 22 something.
Mid-season?
Maybe. I don't know how.
I don't think it'll
break.
See, I think so. We started talking about the crossover going into this. It was I gotta scroll up.
Gildarts, I think.
No, it was not Gildarts.
No,
it was
Lee?
Brian. I think Brian.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian Gabriel.
Sorry,
Brian
Brian.
mentioned the crossover, and they did announce now that the Supergirl's on the CW that there's going to be a 4-part crossover or a 4-series crossover. We don't know if it's going to be 4 parts, but we've said it many times, especially the Supergirl people, anybody that we've been on and had the chance to talk about this. I think that crossover is going to be the merger of worlds. I think that is going to get Supergirl's Earth on the same Earth as Earth 1.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. All being on the same network to just make it so that's cohesive and there's no lines that they have to try and blur.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that it's gonna depend a lot on what happens in the Flash season finale.
Yeah, that is true. And for those of you that may not have watched The Flash, they were experimenting with sound waves and stuff last episode. And those sound waves that they used on Earth 1 may have a ripple effect into Earth 2. If that's the case, which I have a strong feeling it's going to be, then we know that they can control the vibrations between multiple worlds. And if that is possible...
Well, that was also because the breach was open at that time.
Right, so if that's possible, that is a 100% thing that can happen. They can vibrate these two Earths at the same speed and merge them. So
you see, I can't see it happening on purpose, Like, I feel like if it happens, it's gonna be an accident or a force of nature or something like that.
I don't know. There may be something so catastrophic that this is the only way to keep the world or worlds from falling apart is to put them together.
To be honest, I think it has a lot to do with what's happening on Supergirl. I mean, who's in that freaking capsule? Is it Zod?
I don't know. But we have our Supergirl podcast later tonight. We will be discussing the finale of that, so we will get into all of that.
All I know is seeing Supergirl and Felicity together would be freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I got introduced to the Cisco-esque character that they have on Arrow now, which I don't even remember his name, but
Mr. Fantastic.
Curtis. Yeah. I want to see Cisco and Curtis interact.
Yeah.
I don't even know much about it, but
it'd be really funny. I mean,
hopefully that'll happen on the crossover.
We get the Supergirl, Barry, and Felicity. Oh God, that'd be hilarious.
You'd never stop the
all the
nerdness.
Oh God, it'd be so awesome.
They'd be super best friends.
So Vandal's dead.
Yeah, he's like super dead.
I'm so happy.
I don't think so.
You don't think he's super dead?
You don't think I'm so happy?
No, I don't think he's so dead. I think he might be dead.
I think they're still going to run into him. No, yes. I think he's dead. They're still going to run into him because time travel. They're going to go into the past and he'll be there. But I don't think, he's never going to be in the future again.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, we know from in certain comics that the storyline Vandal's alive forever and ever and ever until the very, very end, and he's the only person left.
Mm-hmm.
That was before they killed him.
That is true. But in the future,
No, I'm sick of Vandal.
He might not show up.
Yeah.
He might not. But I think it's a missed opportunity to never see him work with the good guys.
For sure.
And I'm not ruling anything out.
It's the same way that we saw Damien Dark in the past, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll see Vandal again. I'm sure of it, but it's not going to be present timeline unless they bring him from a previous timeline.
What if he's in an alternate planet Earth? That'd be really weird. But he's a good guy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Anything's possible.
Next season, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
You guys excited?
I mean, depending on the ending, I was going to be like yes or no for continuing on with the series, and I'm still on the fence. But I mean, it's looking a lot better than it was the episode beforehand.
Well, they also said there's a lot of things that I've read going into this season. The reason for the exclusion of the Kendra Carter keeping them out of next season is because they felt their story was done.
I agree.
They felt it got wrapped up with a nice bow. That's not to say they won't appear again, but their story for what they were doing is done, and now this is the first time in their life that they have a chance to be free and not be hunted down, and they want to go live their life. They're not going to spend their life now on a ship.
Running.
Yeah, doing stuff again. So,
Well,
now they're going to be gone.
Now that they're free, does that mean they're free to love other people? They're not tied to each other.
Yeah, they are, but are they going to? Probably not. I mean,
Are they
it's
still
the
immortal,
go-to
though?
easy.
Like, if they die, are they coming back? Are they going to reincarnate? We don't know any of this. This is stuff we don't know because...
And if they die, does that bring Vandal back?
That's why I'm like I'm saying that Vandal's not dead. There's always a loophole, and I think that's a very big possibility.
I don't know. I just hope she doesn't go back to Carter.
I don't even have a reason.
She's a douchebag.
She left with Carter. They're together right now. Ray is not even on her mind anymore.
Yeah, they said
she's like,
goodbyes.
Sorry, give the sorry hug, and
just
left with her
that
BF.
awkward tap on the back, and then was like, outie.
Yeah. And then the other thing that they said was expect the story to be more streamlined. Because they said it was really fractured and it was kind of all over the place, and they said it was very difficult to follow. They're going to bring it more in terms of their other shows and stuff like that. I had a feeling
they would.
And that's kind of the direction why they're bringing in the Justice League Society of America. That's like the big draw to pull that in, on top of all the crossovers and everything. So, yeah.
Definitely why I think they're from another Earth. Probably even Earth 2.
I'm going to say, if anybody, I'm not just saying even for Nikki, anybody who's on the fence with watching the show, you're going to have to anyway because of the crossovers. Or, as you've learned from experience, nothing is going to make sense if you don't.
That's why I'm on the fence, but I'm going to give it a try because there is the crossovers, and I am watching a good amount. I'm not watching Arrow, but I mean, I can watch that episode and still know what's going on in the background for Arrow. Like, it's not that hard.
I don't think you have to watch every episode of Legends.
Just watch the first episode and the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
No, watch the first episode, whatever number is the middle. So, 8.
Yeah.
Watch episode 1, 8, and 16. That's it.
Was 8 a good episode?
I don't know. I'm just making up an
I know. Night of the Hawk. Oh, that was a weird one.
Well, it'll explain why they're going back to that point in time. So boom.
True.
So 1, 8, and 16 done. Somebody go do that. Go watch those 3. Let me know.
You should probably watch Star City 2046. I think that's my favorite episode.
Well, I'm not saying they weren't good episodes, but in terms of the plot, that was really side story. It had nothing to do with what's going on. So.
Oh, also Magnificent 8, because
that was a great episode
Westerns.
too.
That one was a great episode. I wanted more Jonah Hex.
We'll get him.
We'll get him.
I know.
Watch him be in the JSA.
He's beautiful. Oh my god, I would love that. He's just such a good character. Anyway, that's all I've got. You guys good?
I'm good.
Yeah, this show started out, got me really excited. My expectations and excitement dwindled off. I definitely want to say more than halfway through. Or less than halfway through, I should say. And then it wasn't until like last week that I started getting... No, it was the Wild West episode, the Magnificent Eight, that I started getting really excited for the show again. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and hearing the creators and everything talking about next season. I'm really on board for it now.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, Dom kept complaining that, this show gave him a headache all the damn time. Literally, I was sitting here with a fucking headache every damn time. I'm sorry, I just couldn't take the time stuff where he's joking about it. I'm like...
That wasn't a joke. I really had
a joke.
headaches.
I don't know why it doesn't.
He actually...
None of the time
I give myself headaches.
All the stuff you guys complained about, it didn't bug me.
No, because you're avid with Doctor Who.
No, it's not that she's avid with Doctor Who. Rachel just doesn't care. That's the difference. Is Rachel doesn't care, and she doesn't try to find the logic behind it, and she just accepts it. Where I can't handle that. I need to know why it functions because if it doesn't make sense,
world. That to me, it's a fantasy world. It's supposed to be not believable. There's just
take it as it comes at you.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But when it's not believable in its own,
I wouldn't watch TV at all. I'd be up in my room, huddled in a ball. I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Wrapped in a blanket.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. But when it's not believable within the universe confines that they've created, that breaks the immersion for me. Stick to their own rules, and I'm fine.
Rachel, where can the people find you not giving a shit about time travel?
They can find me at Savannah17 on Twitter.
Nikki, where can they find you getting a headache from Dom's headache?
On Twitter, Lady Venom 24, LADYVENOM 24.
Dom, where can they find you talking yourself into a headache?
No, I'm getting a headache from giving Nikki a headache, from then getting a headache for discussing with Rachel, and giving myself a headache after I talk to a circle, while Cleo just talks about my headache. Down at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
There's way too many characters. You're gonna have to rewrite.
Yeah, that's not 180 characters. It's not gonna fit.
140.
Oh, I have 40 less. Fuck.
Yeah, you're
I'm done. I'm done.
That's it.
Hashtag done.
At Cleomoto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest, and you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, video games, and movies. Until next time, bye-bye.
Later.
See you in the future.
Later. Or the past.
Oh, God.
Definitely not in the present. Even Rip can't get that right.
No, he can't.
No, he can't.